Hello, welcome to Graphic Design Quick Start. In today's episode, I'll be showing you how to burn text into Word in Photoshop. This is the final result we're expecting. We'll be starting from here. The effects that we're using will be the dissolve blend mode and some few filters. Let us dive into Photoshop and show you the process of making this happen. Go to the layers panel. Let us delete some previous layers so that we can start from scratch. We start by typing plain white text. Let us remove the previous effects. Next, let us change the layers fill to 0%. If you have any of the selection tools selected, you can change the fill by pressing Shift 00 to turn to 0% fill. Since we cannot see the text, let us add some few effects to lace some shadows. Go to the bottom of the layers panel, click on the FX icon, click on drop shadow, change the blend mode to dissolve. In this case, we'll have a white background. Change the opacity to 50%. Go to distance, change it to 0, the spread to 0, and the size to 10%. If we zoom in, you can see we get these dots in the text. These are the result of the dissolve blending mode. When you add the size from 10% to maybe 20, you get more dots. When you decrease it, you get less dots. In this case, we go with 10 pixels. Click OK. The next step, let us convert this dot into a layer mask. To do that, click on the layer below the nature layer. Go to the bottom of the layers panel. Click on the black white icon. Choose solid color. Fill it with black. To make a selection of the white dots, we use channels. Go to the channel panel. Hold Control, Command on Mark. Click on the RGB channel. That selects everything that is light, leaving all the dark pixels unselected. Go back to the layers panel. Hide the black layer. Also hide the nature layer. Click on the background layer. Hold Alt, Option Mark. Drag it above all other layers. That creates a duplicate. It already has a layer mask. Let us delete the layer mask. Go to the bottom of the layers panel and click on Add Layer Mask. The text is invisible since the background layer is inside the text, and the background layer is similar to the original background. To make it visible, we'll apply some few effects. Make sure your layer mask thumbnail is selected, not the image thumbnail. Go at the bottom of the layers panel, click on the FX icon. Let us start with inner shadow. Change the blend mode to linear band. We will change our color to a darker hue, darker than our background. We used a hue of 35%, saturation of 100%, and brightness of 15%. Click OK. Change the distance to 15% and the size to 25. Let us add some outline to the text. To do that, we use outer glow. Again, change the blend mode to linear band. Change the opacity to 65%. Change the color to that darker hue of brown, 35 degrees on hue, 100% of saturation, and 15% on brightness. Click OK. Let us also paint the inside of the text. To do that, we use color overlay. For the inside color, use a lighter brown, a hue of 40 degrees, saturation of 60%, and brightness of 40%. Change the opacity to 40%. Change the blend mode to hard light. That burns in the text. Click OK. When you zoom in, you can see we are still having those dots. To compensate for that, we use some blur. Go to the menu bar, click on Filter, go to Blur, choose Motion Blur. You can see that motion blur helps embed the dots into the wood texture. We choose an angle of -3 degrees at a distance of 5. Click Okay. To compensate for the blur, we'll need to add a little bit of sharpness. But before we do that, let us offset the background inside the text. To do that, we have to unlink the two layers. Click on the link between the layer mask and the image thumbnail to unlink the two layers. Click on image thumbnail. Place the drop down arrow 5 times on your keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will offset the background inside the text. Make sure when you're applying the effects, your layer mask thumbnail is the one that is active, not the image thumbnail. Go to the menu bar, click on Filter, Sharpen, Smart Sharpen. Use an amount of 100%, a radius of 1 pixel, and remove, set it to lens blur. Click OK. Press on Shift F to switch to full screen mode. And there we have it, how to burn text into wood in Photoshop. To learn more about graphic design, visit our campus at Bowens Institute of Media Studies located in Ruiru town. Until then, stay creative.